the raising of the prices for the rental of the building is something that the farmers market can't sustain. We just don't have the income for that. Ron will talk a little bit more about that, but if it's okay, I'd like to ask everybody who's here in support of the farmers market to just stand so we can see how many people in after a 5-hour Facebook post and an email saying, hey, come out and support us. This is what we got, and it feels good to me. That's quite a, well, that's most of the audience. So Ron is going to take over, but I just want to say that on Facebook, we have 1,785 followers. We have 379 subscribers to our weekly email. And the farmers market has been in town for 7 years, and people have gotten used to having us here. And I just got an email today from the manager of the Phelan Market. The county is sending a direct mail. They're doing a direct mail promotion in the county of San Bernardino, and to all the people who have EBT, which is food stamps. They're sending a list of the farmers market, and our name is on the brochure. So we don't want to be dead when they all show up. Anyway, so Ron, you're next.
So owner, manager of the farmers market as well with Joyce. Also on the board of Snowline Players, and I'm also on the board, I'm the vice president of Snowline Players, and then on the board of the literary festival that's in town as well. So first of all, I want to say, I don't want you to misunderstand this. The amount of the increase is so big, we can't survive. We can't. It's gone as of this moment in terms of the finances that are there. The list that Joyce has is actually a lot of the services that we provide to the community itself, including businesses. You know, gentlemen, their rent is paid by being a member of the farmers market for the store they own in town. Another gentleman gets the groceries and, you know, puts them in his gas station here, which are, you know, things that are not possible other places. Farmers market is also, we have a 5,000 member town. You don't see any farmers market in other only 5,000 member towns. It's a very special ability that we've had to do this and create it here and keep it going. So I also want to acknowledge you. I know you're taking on almost an impossible, insurmountable task that you don't, I heard earlier you have fees that you're not getting. I understand that the building itself needs a lot. We can't repair the steps and the things that we've brought up because we don't have the fees. And I want to acknowledge you as community members for taking on community like we do. I consider you friends. I consider you, you know, people who are interested in making a difference in this community. And that gives me, you know, a lot of trust that you're here doing that. I know you're volunteers. So, so I want to say thank you, first of all, for taking that on. I also believe in community-run government. So instead of having San Bernardino telling us what we need, we're telling ourselves what we need. And so I'm letting you know that today it's kind of rough. I'm a bit discouraged because, you know, when it started with CSD, it was a woman that had started the farmers market with Michelle as well. And so I thought nothing of it. I didn't think the farmers market would be in jeopardy. I thought you'd even probably take care of this better, and we wanted to support that. And so we have. And so we haven't, when we complain, we just complain about things we'd like to see, and if you don't take care of it, like the steps and stuff, we take care of ourselves. We put stuff there, we buy lights for it to make sure, because people got hurt on them. We make sure that nobody gets hurt anymore, and they haven't since. You know, for us being here. That's community taking care of community. That's people as friends, you know, being responsible for each other's things. You can't do it right now, we take it on. So, we can't do this. I'll just be outright with you. It's over 4 times the amount than what we're currently paying. We can't do it. We raised 2%, just 2% on our farmers. 2%. And we've lost vendors from our market and had to rebuild that. The market, when we took it over, was going to fail. The people were going to close it. We bought it from them and saved it. We've been able to generate it back in the 2 years alone to where it actually just got to the place in January where it could support itself. Just in January. And we refused $150 worth of donations because we didn't feel comfortable. We said, give it to someplace else. Okay? Now, we can't afford even a month of being here.
If I could interrupt, you're at 4 minutes right now, so we have a lot of other people that want to talk as well.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, the last thing I want to say about that, just to make sure you get it, is you're basically killing off a source that there must be a struggle you have about finances to even do this and not be aware of what we need. So I would like to suggest that maybe these organizations that are having a problem tonight could be your solution. Not by you force charging us things that we can't do and driving us from the building, as I've heard other people are leaving and running from this, but by actually asking us for help, because we contact more than half the community ourselves. And we'd be more than happy, that's why we invented the farmers market, was to actually be in this community and give these opportunities to support just this event. You come to us, talk to us. We didn't even know this was happening.
Thank you.
Thank you.